Howdy do. I decided to come outside. Oh, excuse me. Whew, that beer is working. To talk more about this one here. This is Jailhouse Brewing Company out of Hampton, Georgia. 5.5 VIBU, excuse me, misdemeanor ale. It is an amber ale. Let's see. If you believe in the little man, small towns, and big flavor, then you're one of us. Well, how about that? I'm in. Gosh darn it. I just kind of talked about the specifics of this, but I want to just kind of sit and enjoy it and just talk, which is kind of usually what I do anyway. I don't really do beer reviews. I just have a beer and have a conversation and take it wherever it goes. This is a very tasty and refreshing amber. The amber ale was huge in the craft beer industry at one time. The maltier beers have kind of fallen to give way to the big hoppy IPAs and the imperial IPAs and such. But there was a time when when craft breweries were, there was a time we didn't even call them craft breweries, to be honest with you, just referred as microbrews. We're first getting big in the early 90s when you started seeing a lot of brew pubs pop up in the mid 90s. The amber was big because it had more flavor than you were used to. It was slightly hoppier than the lagers we were used to. This one is a perfect example, 5523, but you didn't notice it as much. It wasn't bitter because you had so much malt going on. Many states also had ABV regulations, so most brew pub beers, back in the day, as it were, weren't the huge, ABV concoctions that breweries are doing now. I let this warm a little bit. And ambers I tend to like colder generally, but I wanted to let this warm, kind of give it a treatment like I'd give a pale ale. Let it warm up and see what changes did. Now I'm not talking 70 degrees, but I probably had it at about 38 when I first popped it, so we're probably up to about 45 now. It's got nice aromas. I mean, the description, a misdemeanor is built to robust flavor, but with practice restraint, medium-bodied amber ale. Yeah, I'd call it light to medium, but why quibble? Caramel sweetness, blah blah blah. Balanced with caramel sweetness and hefty biscuit overtones. Yeah, you can really taste the biscuit going on here. And I said in the first video that I really got big. It was like sticking your finger into the jar of malt. And some of you are going to think I'm crazy for what I'm about to say. As I've let it sit, I'm getting other flavors here, and I haven't done any research on this, so other than I looked on their website, but I don't look at any other reviews because I don't want to be influenced in any way. But as I'm sitting here drinking this, I'm getting a flavor of tea. I know that sounds bizarre, but that's kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting this iced tea like flavor, and I'm wondering. I know I got this from John Brew Guru, and he's going to do a written review. So I'm wondering if he's going to think I'm absolutely wacko, or if he tastes that too. Because I think I'm absolutely wacko for tasting it myself. To be honest with you, you don't usually get that from a beer, but I swear that's what I'm getting. I'm getting these very big. I drink a lot of. I like Turkish tea. I like the big, heavy flavor of a Turkish tea, and I'm kind of getting that flavor when I've made that Turkish and I've iced it. It's just got that big kind of black tea thing going on. It's very interesting. And again, it could be my taste buds going wacko. I'm a bit crazy man. But that's kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting other things. I'm certainly getting the biscuit to talk about. There's a lot of caramel sweetness going on here. Oh. This is certainly the type of beer that would have been very popular in the late 80s, mid 90s, even late 90s. It's really only been about the last half dozen years that the IPAs have really just gone crazy and off the charts. and maltier beers like this were very popular, and they're not as much anymore, but they are very enjoyable. I mean, I've got a 85-degree day, and typically, as of late anyway, I pop a hoppier beer. But I'm telling you, this is really kind of hitting the spot. I'm getting these very iced tea-like flavors that I find incredibly refreshing. Again, it could be just that I'm losing my ever-loving mind. I don't know why I'm tasting that, but that is what I'm tasting. I am getting again. I'm getting that big caramel. Oh, wow. Just relaxing on this big day. This is my first beer of the day, actually, and it's past 4 o'clock. Believe it or not, I planned on having one earlier today, but we were busy doing things. My daughter was having a garage sale, so we watched Ben for a while. So she just picked Ben up, and I don't knock him back when we have Ben here. So, so now I'm kind of relaxing. Oh, well, I don't typically wear jewelry. I just got this. I don't know if you can see that in there or not. There's a reason for this particular piece. I don't know how clear you can see it there. This is a memoriam jewelry for Seamus. It has his name and stuff on the back. But anyway, I don't want to get sad. I'm talking about beer. But, I don't know, get sad, Sal. But this is I'm having my typical pub conversation. It's just to myself. And to you all, I hope somebody please watch me. Watch me so it's not weird, man. So anyway, yeah, I kind of wanted to. I'm running longer on this one than I did the first one because I wanted to do a second one to see how it reacted as it warmed up a little bit. And I am getting bigger flavors as it warmed. It was very crisp and clean. Colder as it warms, I'm getting the biscuit is even bigger. So is the sweetness. And then I'm also getting those. I swear to God, I mean, I know you're gonna think I'm absolutely crazy, but I'm getting these big iced tea like flavors. So anyway, I'm not gonna drink the whole beer. I've ran this long enough, but this is a beautiful beer. I haven't had anything else from this brewing company, so I'd love to have more. So apparently, I'm going to have to get on a trading program with John Brew Group because I want to try more from these guys. This is very interesting. Again, I generally like to talk a lot about value. I don't know what it costs, and when something's a gift, I don't want to ask what it costs. So, because I want to know if I mean, some beers are great, but maybe you don't want to pay that for them all. You know what I mean? I mean, I love. There's a lot of beers that I love, but I can only afford them every once in a while. But I hope so. What I'm saying is, I'm going a long way around the barn to say, I hope this is affordable because this is a darn fine beer. It's got great flavors, and it gets more complex. Excuse me, sorry about that. It gets more. It gets more complex as it warms. As do many beers. As do many beers. So hey, thank you. Again, I'm drinking this out of this glass I got from Stuart when he was in town. Beer from John Brew Guru. This is a darn fine beer, Misdemeanor Ale from Jailhouse Brewing out of Hampton, Georgia. Bye bye.